I was inclined to kind of give him sort of a performance, oriented award. And I think, certainly if we had like a Cy Young award, probably he and Aiden would have been like neck and neck for that. He was just really, really good on the mound this year. I mean, he was, definitely the workhorse of our pitching staff. Pitched over 30 innings for us. He was first in WHIP, walks and hits per innings pitched with 2.51. That was fantastic. He was first in batting average against, first in strikeouts per batter faced. But we all know that about Peter. I think everybody knows that he did a great job performing on the mound. But I wanted to kind of go beyond that in recognizing Peter. And I think one of the things that impresses me about him the most is just what a tough kid he is. He's mentally tough. I remember from the very first game that he pitched for us in the Labor Day tournament. I remember Peter kind of stepping off the mound, kind of taking a deep breath, collecting himself in a way that just showed maturity and composure beyond what I expect to see from a kid your age. So I thought that was really, really impressive. And just there were countless times throughout the course of the season where you get to a jam and you pitch your way out of it. Just really, really gutsy pitching, and just never gave up. I mean, there were times when I think, particularly in that Labor Day tournament, we were getting beaten pretty badly by the Stafford team, and you just went in there and gutted it out every inning, and really kind of kept us in that second game that we played against them, almost single-handedly, really. So just a really, really tough performance. You guys can clap. Peter's mentally tough, and he's physically tough when he has to be. He took a ball in the throat at one point during a game, and was back in the game the next inning. Kind of went into a headlong crash. I think it was a game against the Burke Bulldogs. He had a big collision at the plate. A couple minutes later, he's like, all right, I'm ready to go back up. So he's just one of the physically and most mentally tough kids that I know. So really, that's what I wanted to recognize. So for that reason, I'm giving Peter our Warrior Award. So the other thing that I really, really respect about Peter, and really wanted to make sure that I recognized, is this guy is a worker. He is a worker. I mean, he was usually, more often than not, he was at practice before I got to practice, and he was still there working on stuff when I left. He works harder than anybody I know. Day in, day out of practice. He's from the beginning of practice to the end of practice. He's focused. He's working hard. Trying to get better at his game all the time. And I think that's definitely a very admirable quality, and one I think that's going to serve you well, and it certainly served our team well this past year. So, like for Peter, if you guys have been at our practices, you've seen our banner that we hang up about the importance of practice, right? Everybody has the will to win, but only winners have the will to practice. I don't think anybody embodies this more than Peter.